Hey guys, I'm Nikki Sizemore. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make the best strawberry crisp. So it is finally strawberry season here in the Hudson Valley. We wait all year for it. And while we eat quarts of strawberries straight out of hand from the carton, this strawberry crisp is by far my favorite way to easily transform them into a stunning dessert. So the first thing we're gonna do is make that crisp topping. And I love this topping recipe because you can use it not only with strawberries, but with any fruit. So you could use a mixture of fresh berries or maybe peaches. In the fall, you could do apples or pears. It is so versatile. Also, the topping is naturally gluten-free. I like to toss those strawberries with some fresh vanilla bean seeds. It takes this dessert to a whole new dimension, but it is optional. Now you can serve the strawberry crisp warm out of the oven or at room temperature or even cold. By the way, it makes for an amazing breakfast. I like to either dollop it with some whipped cream or add a scoop of vanilla ice cream for a stunning but super easy strawberry dessert that I think you're going to love. I can't wait to get cooking, so let's head to the kitchen. And don't forget to subscribe below to get all of my easy, family-friendly, naturally gluten-free, from scratch fast recipes. Let's get cooking. The first thing we're going to do is make that crisp topping, and it gets made right in the food processor. I'm using a mini version, but you could use a regular, bigger size if that's what you have. I've added a half cup of rolled oats, and you want to process them to a coarse flour. This flour will bind the crisp together in place of all-purpose flour, making this gluten-free. Now we're gonna add the rest of our ingredients. I have some brown sugar for sweetness, a touch of cinnamon. I have got to have some cinnamon in my crisp. Freshly grated nutmeg. This is going to add some complexity as well as some more warmth. And some kosher salt. I'm just gonna pop the lid back on here and give it another blend to incorporate all of these ingredients. Now for the nuts. I'm using pecans today, but you could use walnuts or hazelnuts or almonds, although I have to say I'm partial to pecans. I'm also adding some more rolled oats. Just pulse for a time or two to kind of mix them in. We don't wanna break them down completely because we want that texture. And then some melted butter, or you could use melted coconut oil for a vegan version. Again, pulse a time or two just until the mixture is damp. All right, the crisp topping is good to go. So let's talk strawberries. I have washed my berries and then spread them out onto paper towels to dry. You always want to wash your berries right before eating them, otherwise they could get moldy and mushy. Just slice off those green tops and then cut them into quarters. I am so excited about berry season. Sorry, I sing when I'm excited. Okay, transfer the berries to a bowl and let's add some fresh vanilla bean seeds. You want to look for pliant, tender vanilla beans. That's an indication that they're fresh. Just cut them in half lengthwise and then use the back of your knife to scrape out those seeds. And then we'll add them right to the bowl with the berries. You could use vanilla extract here instead. I'm also adding some brown sugar along with cornstarch. The cornstarch is going to help to thicken up those juices as the berries cook. I also often add ground cardamom to this crisp. It is optional, but if you've never tried baking with cardamom, I suggest you give it a go. It is one of my favorite spices. So let's transfer these berries to a baking dish. You can use an 8 by 8 inch dish or any similar sized baking dish. Now we're gonna sprinkle that crisp topping right over the berries and just spread it out in an even layer. Bake the crisp until the topping is golden brown and the berries are bubbling. It should take about 40 minutes. My house smells like heaven. It is important to let the crisp cool slightly before serving. This is to allow those juices to thicken up. You can serve the crisp warm or at room temperature, or as I mentioned, I even like to eat it cold the next day for breakfast. I mean, hey, it's got fruit and nuts in it, so that makes it healthy, right? So just scoop it into serving bowls, and you can eat it just like this, but I love to dollop it with some fresh whipped cream or maybe a scoop of ice cream. If it's breakfast, I'll go for some plain yogurt. You've got those juicy, sweet berries, that crunchy oat and nut topping, and then that creamy finale. I mean, what more could you ask for? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I can't wait to hear what you think about this Strawberry Crisp recipe. Don't forget to subscribe below to get all of my from scratch fast recipes and tips, and I will see you next time.